we're going to do some Reiki and then get into some free readings. So if you'd like a free reading, just hang out. Hi, Brittany. Oh, let me turn on Do Not Disturb. 1 second, guys. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, thank you. I got a new setup here, so you guys are just gonna have to like bear with me. Here we go. Thank you. Thanks for the likes, you guys. Thank you for the follow, Kelly. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you so much. If it's your first time in, I come on, we do some Reiki, and then I do free readings. So if you would like a free reading, just hang around. Thank you for the follow. Okay. That feels better. I like to put on some music for the readings. Release that negativity. Let it go. Drink some water. We're going to put on some music and we're going to do some free readings if anyone's down. Let's see. What do I want? So how readings work is you will go ahead and put your name in the chat, and I'll select like 3 to 4 people and make a little list, and then I'll go through that list and do those questions, and then I'll see if anybody else wants a reading if we have time. Let me think. Sandra. So in lives, I'll have you either ask a question or give me an area of life that you would like me to look into. Here we go. Sandra. What is your question, Sandra?
When I look out my window, many sights to see.
Will you find true love? So I just got a new deck that is perfect for like love and relationship questions. So let's try this one out. And if I don't like the vibe, because it's new, I haven't worked with it a lot. So if I don't like the vibe of it, I'll play you some different cards. But will you find true love? How about, let's see, I'll pull on that. We'll see what we get. Will Sandra find true love? Your card, it says, time healed me, but it didn't erase you. So what I feel like is that you could possibly be holding on to some things from the past, and that could be what's holding you back. Does that make sense to you, Sandra? And I am going to get the tarot out because I don't know. I haven't vibed with those cards yet. Either a relationship situation, person, you're holding on to him. So now let's pull some tarot cards for Sandra. You know you have to let go. Page of Pentacles. And the Fool. This is giving like taking steps in the real world, like physical steps towards a new perspective. So yes, it would be like letting him go, releasing the old. You have Page of Pentacles and the Fool. The Fool is a brand new start. It's like a fresh slate, brand new, releasing the past. Okay, and the Page of Pentacles is showing positive progress forward. I think that you absolutely can find true love if you can find and start over completely fresh and new. Does that make sense, Miss Sandra? Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I think you could already be seeing progress. You could at this time already be seeing progress if you would allow yourself to move on from the past. That makes all the sense. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so glad, Sandra. Thank you so much for letting me give you a reading. If you would like to, I would super appreciate it. Thanks, Anna. I have a post pinned at the top of my page for reviews. If you would like to give a review, I would super duper appreciate it. Okay, if you guys want a free reading, go ahead and put your name in the chat. Desiree. So I will tell you I don't do pregnancy readings on live. That's more of a private session. You're more than welcome to book a private session with me. The link is in my bio. And then I think I saw Kim. Kim, are you still here? Did you have a question? Or does, if you have a different question. Angelina. I'm just writing down names so I can keep track of my readings. Okay, Angelina. You're no contact and you want to know if you guys will end up back together. I have the Empress. And the 9 of Swords. Desiree, I'm going to write you down next, sweetie. I think that you guys are in a point of separation because there's been a lot that's gone on. I feel like you needed this break, absolutely, to chill out and reflect. But I do think that you guys will end up back together. I don't think that you, because we have the Chariot coming out, I don't think that you necessarily need this. What does what mean, sweetie? What did I say? Oh, the Empress? So the Empress is you. That's okay. The Empress is you. This is like the divine feminine, fertility, abundance, creativity, the mother card, like the nurturing card. This would be who you're coming out as. The 9 of Swords is giving anxiety and stress. I think that you guys have been in an argument, and I think that this time of being apart is needed, but I think that you're really in your head about it. I don't think that you should be, though, because you're the Empress. And it's like, do you really want this relationship to work out well? Does he deserve it? I think that that's what you should be asking yourself right now. With the Chariot, it's giving like you could rule the world. Like you could absolutely rule the world, and you're stressing about, you know what I mean? But we got there. Sorry, I thought that that was the 9 of Wands, and then I saw the 9 of Swords, so I had to take I had to adjust. But I think we got there. Does that make sense? I'm gonna cross Kim off because I didn't see her come in again. Yes, you're welcome, sweetheart. Okay, Desiree, can you ask me your question again, babe? And again, if you feel like leaving a review, I would super appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. I think it was about moving. Oops. Will I be moving out with my boyfriend soon? Ooh, okay. Let's see. Hey, Becky. Anything that's like health, pregnancy, legal, I'd really like to do a face-to-face reading for, so you can book that at the link in my bio. Desiree, will I be moving out with my boyfriend soon? The 10 of Wands, Death, and Justice. I think that there is absolutely a big change coming. We're ending a cycle and starting something new here. Justice feels like you're going to be getting back what you've put into this. I do feel like things are going to be balancing out in a positive way, and I think that the time of difficulty that you've been going through is coming to an end, and things do feel like they're better. Huge transformation here. I would say yes. I would say yes. That would be my answer, that you'll be moving out soon. You're welcome. That feels really good to me, and it feels like a big change after a time of difficulty. A huge transformation after a time of difficulty. Balance, harmony. I like it. Okay, Debbie. I'm going to say H. Will H come home? Will H come home, Debbie? Maybe trigger for 10 months. Mama, I will read you next, honey. I'm going to write you down, so just stick around. Will H come home, Debbie? Will H come home? Okay. 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords. I can tell that there's been a time of silence or a break here. 6 of Cups is giving Judgment and the Devil. I think that H has some things that they need to close out from the past. Some unhealthy stuff that needs to be completed here and finished up before you're going to see them. But I do think with Judgment that they do want to come home. I think that there's some things from the past here that you might not be aware of, you might be aware of, that needs to be closed out and finished up, because I don't know that you guys would be able to move forward without this stuff being dealt with. The Wheel of Fortune, surprises. I think so. The surprises with Judgment, my answer is yes. But I think that there's some things that need to be finished up on from the past first. Okay, Mama. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful for you, Debbie. Okay, Mama. Your empathy has highly been triggered for 10 months. Will you adapt, or what do you need to do? Your empathy has been triggered. Okay. I just want to say, give yourself a break, because the times have been crazy, friend. Crazy. Three of Swords, 9 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you're feeling more than anything. Like, empathy can swing in so many different... Are you here, Mama? I don't want to start your reading without you. I'm so sorry. I didn't even make sure you were still in here. Yes, okay. I feel like your empathy is pulling you to, like... Jamie, I'm going to write you down for next on the list if you want to hang out, babe. Pulling you towards the sad stuff, though. The dark, like it's like, you get pulled down with your empathy, because empathy can go either way. You can pick up on the positives, you can pick up on darker stuff. And the 9 of Wands coming out with it is saying, like, I feel like over and over and over and over again, you're feeling this, like, sense of sadness. And if you're saying it's due to your empathy, then it's based on the circumstances around you. The 8 of Pentacles is giving head down for a little while, focus on, like, day-to-day tasks, and then form, like, an energy protection ritual that you can use every day over and over again. So, like, for me, it is just having a strong bubble around me, knowing that other people's stuff can't get in, and being able to tell when I'm feeling extremely triggered and emotional that I need to take a step back, cleanse, get all the extra stuff out, and start fresh before I can be around other people. Because I feel like the empathy that you're picking up on is, like, painful stuff. And it's like you're getting beat up with it. But the 8 of Pentacles is really giving, like, routine, consistency, grounding, like that energetic protection vibe that you could, like, even if it's just something that you say every day. I'm not going to let other people's shit get to me today. And then take a second. What does that look like? How does that feel? What feels different about you not letting other people's stuff get to you than what it feels like when you do let other people's stuff get to you? Does that make sense? Distinguishing the difference, and then just always trying to get towards that feeling of people not just becoming unfuckwithable. Absolutely. I'm so glad that makes sense. We got there. We got there, Mama. Thank you so much for letting me read you. Thank you for your question. That was a good one. I really enjoyed that. I have Jamie up next. Jamie, can you put your question again for me? Am I meant to stay in my current career? Is Jamie meant to stay in her current career? We have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. I see something for you in like communication. Abby, I'm going to write you on my list, honey. Just stick around. Communications, like something like that. Page of Pentacles is showing this as being like a newer venture. So I think, what was your question? Meant to stay. So I feel like this is starting a new career and something that you would be very good at, but that you're not in right now. And it feels like communications based, or like speaking, or like technology, something like that. Does that make sense, Jamie? It feels like a full switch to me, but I'm not sure what you're currently in. Or like nursing or something. I have like, there's things popping up in my brain. It's like technology, nursing, science. It does. Communication was my major and public speaking was my minor. Okay, the Queen of Swords is dead on then. And I don't know if that's like not what you're currently in. You're in fashion right now. Okay, this makes so much sense. It feels like a full switch for something new. And I feel like with the Knight of Swords coming out ahead of the Queen of Swords, that you are going to like launch into this, and that you're going to really, I just heard journalism. You said communications. I just heard journalism. But I feel like you're gonna love this, whatever it is. It's gonna like set your brain on fire. And you're gonna go to town. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. The King of Swords. Stop it. Stop it. You have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. This is taking it all the way, my love. Yes. That was awesome, Jamie. That was a great read. Okay, Abby, go ahead and remind me of your question. Will Sam and I be intimate before the new year? Will Sam and I be intimate before the new year? I want to think if there's a better way for me to phrase this to get you a better answer. Will Sam and I be intimate before the new year? I'll just pull 2 cards and we'll see what the vibe is, and we'll go from there. And the Empress. The Seven of Cups and the Empress. I think this is up to you, Abby. I think that you are contemplating a lot of things, but I feel like if that's what you want, then you could have that. I think that your emotions are not, you don't have clarity in your emotions right now, so my advice would be to hold off until you have more clarity, like emotional clarity. 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. I feel like you have a lot of anxiety. I think that you should worry about getting to a place where you're really comfortable before you put a date or a timeline on it. Because I don't sense, this doesn't feel comfortable to me. I'm not getting like Yes, let's do this. I feel like there might be questions still, so I feel like you should answer those questions before you put a timeline on anything. Does that make sense for you? Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. I just don't think that you're fully clear on the situation. What do I look like? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna try and check in with Abby here. So if you want to check him, you just want to. I gotcha. It depends on, everybody sees intimacy in different ways, right? So I can't tell you the right thing to do for yourself. Personally, if these were my cards, I would say I need to take more time to make sure that I'm mentally and emotionally ready to make this kind of a commitment. That's what I would say. Hi, so he seems to want more than just physical. I think that there's, on either your side or his side, because we have the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords, like a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress about this that needs to be cleared up. So whether that's having conversations, like clearing things up that way to find out, is everybody on the same page? What happens if we do make this commitment? There just seems to still be some questions here. Okay, so I'm just doing free reads. If you want a free reading, go ahead and put your name in the chat, and then I'll ask you your question. But if that's what you want to do, I would say just be prepared that maybe things don't work out as well as you would like them to in the long run. Amber and Maria. Maria, I'll take you first, and then Amber, I'm going to write you down for next, babe. Amber. And in our relationship, Maria and Melissa. I'll put Melissa down. Melissa. Okay, I'm going to do Maria, Amber, and then Melissa, and then I'll check back in. Okay, Maria, let me check your question again. Is your boyfriend committed in your relationship? Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. Is your boyfriend committed in your relationship? Is this a long distance relationship, Maria? Do you really? From Zelul? I love these. Thank you so much for the follow, Renee. Maria, is this a long distance relationship? No, not long distance? Okay. I say yes. He is definitely committed in your relationship because you have the Emperor and Temperance coming out. So the Emperor is telling me he's definitely committed. He's definitely someone who has traditional values and would tell you if things were not going well. The Five of Wands is showing like a guardedness here. The Five of Wands is different in this deck than it is in normal deck. So if you recognize like, hey, that's not the Five of Wands, it's different. And it reminds me of kind of like protecting yourself. It's similar to the Nine of Wands, but different. So I feel like he's very protective of his emotions, which is why you're asking me this question, because you're not certain of his feelings and emotions. But with Temperance coming out, I feel like you could get him to be a gushy teddy bear just by letting him know that you have these concerns, because he seems like a really stand-up guy who just is a little bit closed off. And I think that you might need to be the first one to make this step and say, let's talk about this. The Eight of Pentacles. I really like this guy. He feels he reminds me of my husband. He feels very grounded and he feels very like predictable. Does that make sense? Does this sound like who you're talking about? Yes. Okay. My answer is yes. He's very committed to you. I think you might just need to break through some of those walls. I'm so glad that that made sense for you, Maria. I like him. He seems no nonsense. That sounds like him. You're welcome. Okay. Maria. Okay, Amber, do you want to go ahead and put your question in the chat? Oh, you guys, I wanted to tell you, I keep forgetting. I have a review page. Thank you for the follow. I have a review post pinned to the top of my profile page. If you want to leave me a review and let me know how your reading went, I would so appreciate it. Just leave it in the comments. Okay, Amber, will Mason come back to me? Nine of Wands. Just fell out. Nine of Wands and Judgment. And the Five of Cups. I want to say, I feel like you already know the answer to this for some reason. Like, I feel like there has been a conversation of closure. Like, there has been some kind of conversation or understanding, either just by yourself or with him, where you have decided, or the both of you have decided, that this isn't gonna go further. Does that make sense? And I feel like now you're not regretting, but you're like retracing and kind of, does that make sense? I'm gonna wait for your answer before I start rambling. Okay, the Nine of Wands is telling me you guys have been through this. It's like, I don't see expansion happening in this relationship. I don't think that it's something that you guys are going to be able to grow into. I think that Judgment is, and the Nine of Wands is like, we've been through this already. We're calling Judgment here. So will he come back to you? The answer that I have for that is, I don't know. He might come back to you. But my advice would be, Five of Cups here is like loss. And it might be a big loss. It's somebody, if it's someone that you've known for a long time, have a lot of history with, having them in that way is a loss. And it's absolutely worth grieving and treating as a loss, but I do think that it's for the best. I'm sorry, Amber. The Fool, which means it's time to start fresh. Somebody new. Start completely fresh. Get into a whole new energy, a whole new energy of yourself, and then find someone who's attracted to that. That's what I want to tell you. It's like giving glow up vibes. Okay, I have that aligns with my life. Oh, Viola, I love that question. I got you on the list, honey. Melissa, are you still here? Can you put your question in for me again, Melissa? Me and Mitch, get closer. Begin a relationship. Ooh, the Six of Wands and the Hanged Man. I don't know about a relationship, but I feel like you guys are going to be in a good place together for a while. Thank you, Maria. You're so nice. I appreciate that. I do think you're going to get closer. I think things are going to get really good and really fun. Riri, I'm going to write you down. And be very good and have commitment here to each other. And I think it's going to be like that for a while. And I don't think you should push it. I think you should allow it to unfold naturally. Because I think that you guys both, we have the Seven of Swords coming up. I think that you guys both have a lot to learn from each other. Does that make sense? It is the Six of Wands and the Hanged Man. I think it feels awesome. I think it feels really good. I don't know that it's going to be like a committed relationship, but I feel like nobody's seeing anyone else, which I guess is the committed relationship. But it feels like it's just not very, like, it feels easy, it feels fun, it feels light, and I feel like it's going to be like that for a little while. That's how it feels to me. With the Hanged Man coming out, is giving like pause energy. Thank you for the follow, Melanie. It's like staying in this phase for a little bit. In this phase of like, it's not talking. It's a little bit more than talking, but not like boring relationship status. You're welcome. I hope that was helpful, Melissa. Yes, you are, Viola. Can you go ahead and put your question in again for me, Viola? Thanks for the follows and the likes, you guys. You are the best. My cross paths with someone that aligns with my life. I like that. I like that question. I like how you worded it. That's right. I remember now. Melanie, I don't know who Ryan is, but if he is a loved one of yours who is passed, I will tell you that he's absolutely watching over you. And I don't even need to tune in. Give me 1 second, Maria. I'm going to pull for Viola here. And then Riri, I have you next. Okay, Viola, someone who is aligned with your path. Someone who's aligned with Viola's path. What's the status on that, Spirit? We have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. This, to me, looks like two people who are aligned on the same path. The Eight of Swords, which would be, yes, there is someone for you who is aligned. There's someone for you that you will meet. The Eight of Swords is telling me that you're kind of mentally not seeing things clearly, though. Like, I feel like you don't either know exactly what it is. I feel like you don't know exactly what it is that you want. So it's almost like you're saying aligned to your path. It's like, do you know what your path is? What would feel aligned? Do you have those details in your mind? Do you know what that would look like? Because I think that there's a lot of pain from past relationships here. So I think that it would be really beneficial for you to get a little bit more specific for what you want and what alignment looks like. Strength on the bottom of the deck. I feel like you've been very strong for a long time. I feel like this is talking about like past energy up until now. That you have had to really rely on your inner strength. With the Three of Swords coming out, I can tell that you've been through a lot. I do think that there's someone on that's waiting that's aligned for you, but I think that you have some stuff, some like mental thought habits, like mental habits that you need to clear up first. Does that make sense, Viola? Does that make sense for you? I hope it does. Then I have Riri next. Yes, it does. Thank you. Thank you for the validation and the clarification. I wish you the best, Viola. I'm sure you're going to find them. Okay, Riri, can you post? I know you posted. Let me see. Where's your question? You're welcome. Should you end your 2-year relationship? Riri, are you here? Should you end your 2-year relationship? Riri. If you're still in here, let me know, honey. Yeah, you're here. Okay. Should you end your 2-year relationship? I have the 4 of Cups coming out. I feel like you're not happy. 6 of Wands, I feel like you need adventure. I feel like you need fun. I feel like you need something. And the Lovers. Hold on a second. 5 of Swords, betrayal energy. I think you're not happy. I think that you're looking for more excitement, something more fun. Maybe it's just being single, but with the Lovers, there is this need for like the other part of you. But the 5 of Swords on the bottom is telling me that the relationship that you're asking me about, there's some resentment, you know, like drama, toxic drama that has gone on, that it might be time to say goodbye. You're in the space of being discontent, unhappy, kind of bored, not really fulfilled. If you're looking for something more exciting, more fun, I would say it would be definitely something to consider. Justice coming out, karmic rebalance. I don't want to tell you to, yes, you have to leave your relationship. I don't want to say that, but the cards are saying there might be something that's better fit for you at this time in your life. Does that make sense? Okay. You're welcome, Riri. I hope that made sense for you. Okay, if you would like, I'm going to do one more read. If anyone wants a read, go ahead and put your name or a question in the chat. And then I also have one-on-one private reads. Oh, that's right, Maria. Should you pursue your passion and change careers? I'll read you, and then that'll be my last one for today. For this afternoon, I'll probably come back on this evening. If you guys want to give me a follow and turn on my notifications, then you'll know when I go live. What was I going to say? Oh, I have one-on-one sessions that are available at the link in my bio. Need to explore and have fun, yes. Well, thank you for validating that you do understand. And I hope that you make whatever choice makes you happy, and that is your main priority while you're making this decision, is your happiness. Okay, Maria, should you pursue your passion and change careers? 2 of Wands and the Magician. And change. If you want to change careers, I think that you could, but what I would want to say is, can you do these at the same time? Can you do both things at the same time? Because the Magician is like, you have all the skills available. Yes, okay. Because the 2 of Wands, that was your plan. Gotcha. Perfect. Because the 2 of Wands is saying both of these things are possible, and the Magician is like, you have everything that you could possibly need to make this happen without a single doubt. Let's see at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You could quit your job completely and pursue something new without a doubt. I like that, Maria. Okay, Maria was my last read for this afternoon. You're welcome. But I'll be on later this evening. I'll do some more Reiki and some free readings. If you guys want, give me a follow, turn on the notifications, and then you can come in and get a free read. I have one-on-one readings available in my bio. I have the review post pinned to my page if you want to leave me a review. I don't know. I'm sure there's something more, but now I don't want to ramble. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for hanging out, for letting me read you, for trusting me with your energy, and just being all around really cool people. I love you. Have the best day. Bye.